Good morning, Mr. Mansell, sir. No doubt you've come to see the new Rover Fastback.
Metro, actually.
The Metro, of course.
A true driver's car. Handy around town?
Absolutely, Nige. Words right out of my mouth. Central locking, naturally. Lots more room than you're used to. And a sunroof, so you can feel the wind in your helmet. 4-speaker stereo.
And Prost tipped to win.
Radio cassette. Well, take it for a spin, Nige. Be my guest. Come on, Nige. Out you come. Yeah, safe as houses. Come on. Whoa!
I don't believe it. What stupid... Nigel, nice to see you.
Oh, gentlemen, I see you're admiring the new colour-keyed bumpers. Very smooth, very chic, very sexy, very bumpers. Very sorry, Nigel. Murray.
For a really refreshing change, forget the wet and get into the dry. Refreshingly dry Blackthorn cider.
Police stop all drivers on the M50. Did anyone see the final movements of Marie Wilkes? Good morning and welcome to ITN's Morning News. It's 5 o'clock on Sunday, the 26th of June. The main headlines. Police stop all drivers at the 4 junctions of the M50 motorway in the hope of finding more clues to the killer of Mrs. Marie Wilkes, and a woman police officer reenacts her last movements. And a man is held in Belfast in connection with the discovery of the body of an 8-year-old girl. And Barry McGuigan has won his super featherweight match against Thomas de Cruz. Also in today's programme, leaders of the world's 7 richest nations gathered at the Toronto Economic Summit and gave the poorer countries a bonus. A report in our review of the week. And in the States, the battle that made history in the American Civil War is remembered 125 years later. A report from American television. But first, the main news. More than 150 officers from 3 forces staged a major reenactment of the events surrounding the murder of the young mother, Mrs. Marie Wilkes. All motorists leaving or joining 4 junctions on the M50 motorway were stopped and questioned last night. It's the largest operation of its kind. And a woman police constable retraced Mrs. Wilkes' final steps.
Hundreds of motorists were questioned in the area around the murder spot. Police hope this huge exercise involving 150 officers will jog people's memories about last Saturday.
We're carrying out a road check in connection with the murder, ma'am.
A woman police officer with a close resemblance to Marie and wearing similar clothes reenacted her last moments. Marie phoned the emergency service from here and asked for assistance. It was while she was making that call that a stranger pulled up. Several eyewitnesses say they saw a large silver-grey family saloon here, 3 miles away, where Marie's body was eventually found.
In Belfast, a man is helping police inquiries after the discovery of a young girl's body dumped on waste ground. Detectives sealed off part of the Newton Abbey area of the city last night. It was from near there that local youngster Sue Ellen Clifford disappeared on Thursday night. The RUC won't confirm if the body found is that of the missing 8-year-old. The woman climber who died after falling hundreds of feet in Snowdonia has been named as Sheila Mannion from Merseyside. She was 23 years old. Miss Mannion was descending the Trifan in the Ogwen Valley when a rock she was hanging onto came away. An RAF helicopter airlifted her to hospital, but she was dead on arrival. A Harris opinion poll in today's Observer shows the Conservatives now have a 12-point lead over Labour. It gives the Conservatives 48%, that's up 4 since last month. Labour 36, down 5. The Democrats have 9% and the SDP 3%. It's the biggest lead for the Tories recorded by any poll since January. TUC General Secretary Norman Willis has made a final appeal to the Electricians' Union to abandon their single union and no strike policy, which he says threatens to split the trade union movement. He said in a meeting that the EETPU would cause an unprecedented fracture, creating a free-for-all, with unions poaching members at will. They've been given until Wednesday to conform or face suspension. The army is investigating IRA claims that it used anti-aircraft guns to attack an army helicopter last Thursday. If the claims are true, it would be the first time such weapons have been fired against aircraft in Northern Ireland. The IRA says that among its weapons were Dushka heavy machine guns, similar to those used by the Mujahideen guerrillas in Afghanistan. Today, on the fourth day of his visit to Austria, the Pope holds Mass at Salzburg Cathedral for a 1,000 congregation of the sick and handicapped. Yesterday, he told 70,000 people at Lorch in central Austria that Jews and others who died in concentration camps had enriched the world by their suffering. Earlier, the Pope had been criticized by Austria's Jewish leaders for failing to mention Nazi atrocities during the Holocaust. A demonstration in central Moscow calling for the introduction of a multi-party democracy has been broken up by hundreds of police. The protest comes as delegates gather for next week's Communist Party conference, which is seen as a key test of Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev's reforms.
Next week.